What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Aaron B. So I'm here by myself this week, solo dolo episode. I know it's been a week since we've been back because I went on vacation, seen some friends and family. And everything. It was a great time, but I'm glad I'm back. Uh, Shane will be back next week and everything, but I'm gonna hold it down. Hold it down for TNT. I appreciate everybody that pulls up to our shows and appreciate for sharing, liking, and make sure y'all subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. But yes, we are back. And before we get into the show, we got a nice little show for y'all. We got to show love to our sponsor, and that is What a Clean Solutions. What a Clean Solution. You need to get your carpets clean, couches clean, tile, and gout. Move grout, moving in or moving out. You need to get that place looking brand new. Call What a Clean Solutions, a family-owned mobile cleaning service. Sir, that can clean anything from a small carpet or even make your car or truck look brand spanking new. Give them a call or a text at 210-790-1410 and use promo code TNT for 5% off your total cleaning. And the thing is down below, so definitely utilize that if you need to get that carpet and everything looking clean. And let me give you the phone number again, 210-790-1410 for 5% off. And in this economy, you want to get any deal you can. I would definitely take advantage of that if you're in the San Antonio area. Sure. And then we got to show love to our second sponsor. That is SeatGeek. Life's a We have tickets, concert, games, shows, and more. Use promo code all capital letters Tacos Touchdown to get up to $20 off your first purchase. A ticket for every fan. So yes, we have a great show for y'all tonight. We got to show. We got to pay our respects to a former NFL, a former Dallas Cowboy, and that is Larry Allen, who passed away last week. We didn't get to go until, like I said, we didn't have a show last week, but we're gonna definitely touch into that. If you just came in when the show, we did like a little moment of silence at the picture of Larry Allen. He was a really good player for the team. And but before I go into my Larry Allen moment, I want to go into his accolades of his greatness with the Dallas Cowboys. So Larry Allen was a Super Bowl champion, six-time first-team All-Pro, one-time second-team All-Pro in 1995, 11-time Pro Bowler, part of the All-Decade team in the 90s and 2000s, was a part of the NFL 100th anniversary All-Time team at the Dallas Cowboy Ring of Honor and was inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame back in 2013. This is coming from a guy that came from a small school out of California, like north of San Francisco. It says a lot coming from because this school, Sonoma State, didn't have a football program anymore, uh, and it shows determination you come from like these small. There's a lot of great players that come from these colleges. A lot of people don't know about it, but there's that hidden talent. And Larry Allen was one of those rare talent. Extremely athletic for a guy that was over 300 plus. And overall, when you hear stories about everybody said how great of a guy he was on and off the field, he was a leader and everything as well. It was a part of that great offensive line that was at the 90s as well. And I know he had a cup of tea in San Francisco, but he's a Dallas Cowboy through and through. Even though he had a cup of coffee with the rivals rivals up west. But that's neither here or there. But yes, it's a sad about Larry Allen passing away at the age of 52. But I want to end it on a positive note. The next thing is Larry. One of my Larry Allen moments was the Pro Bowl. I can't think of the year, but when he went on that bench press, I know a lot of y'all remember that when he was hitting that bench press. Ooh, about 40 or 50 times. I was like, dang. And I remember watching this as a kid. I was like, we were living in Oklahoma at the time, and that's when the Pro Bowl was actually really fun to watch. Like they do the fun events, the bench press, the quarterback throws, and all that stuff. They don't do that anymore. They bring that to the game. But those are simple things. Pro Bowl used to be entertaining game. They had alternate. I watch it here and there, but that was one of my memorable moments. And the next one was when we were playing against the Saints, and they picked it off, and Larry Allen was just dipping just literally dipping off and tackle. I should have watched it one more time before we did the show, but he was just a tremendous athlete, just overall just a great player. But he'll definitely be missed from Cowboy fans. Prayers out go to his family. But we're going into our second subject. That is, I know a lot of Cowboy content creators have been talking about, and that is C.D. Lamb, who has been on holdout. It wasn't at the voluntary camp, and it was 6 weeks into the training camp. And we did a poll last week on who you think will get the extension first. It was between Micah Parsons, Dak Prescott. They probably signed pretty soon. T-Law just got a big contract with the Jags, and then you got C.D. Lamb, who has been holding out until he gets an extension. And then last week you did see Justin Jefferson get his contract extension for 4 years, $140 million, and 110 of it guaranteed. So you're looking at 35 million annually. You can alter the numbers and everything and all of that, but almost lost my train of thought. Now we got to look at what kind of contract do you think C.D. Lamb is looking at right now. So shout out to Blogging with the Boys. They did a post last week. I'm going to add it to the screen. And yeah, so when it comes to Justin Jefferson and C.D. Lamb, they're not too far apart when you look at it on stat line. So you look at it, C.D. Lamb has played more games. In fact, last year, Justin Jefferson was out with the hamstring for a few weeks, but still had over 1,000-yard season. And look at another thing. And yards are not too far off in the receiving yard and the touchdowns. See, they're just almost neck to neck. But when it comes to rushing attempts, because we utilize C.D. Lamb in the rushing attack as well, those quick dump offs and everything like that. And he was actually involved in the kickoff returns a little bit too. So yes, Justin Jefferson had more yards and everything, and it's because when he came to the Vikings, they both came in 20. Justin Jefferson was the wide receiver one. At the time, C.D. Lamb was the wide receiver number two because we still had Amari Cooper for the first 2 years. But when we traded Amari Cooper, C.D. Lamb stepped up at receiver one. It was first from, let me see, let's go back to from what 2022. He had 1,300 yards, and then this year he had over 1,700 yards. Had the most reception in his career so far, and touchdowns with 12 TDs. And he had the most rushing attempts and yards. He had 14 rushing attempts, 113 rushing yards, and 2 rushing touchdowns. So he's not just getting involved into the receiving game. He's getting involved into the rushing game as well. And it's just overall just a great player. Not saying nothing from taking anything from Justin Jefferson. I say wide receiver one. And you could pretty much put any like between CD, Hill, Jamar Chase, you can put him in those categories. But you know, number one is Jay Jettis. So I'm thinking when it comes to extension for CD Lamb, you're looking at between a similar contract to what Justin Jefferson. He's not going to take no hometown discount, and I don't blame him. But this is like the projected one I had so far. So I have 4 years, of course. I know they tried to extend it for 5, but I think they're going to go for 4. And 138 million. But a little bit more on the guarantee side. I think the guarantees between 100 and 1,215. So we're looking at 34.5 annually. You know, that I feel like they'd be a little pay discount, try to get it lower, but the guarantee's got to look a little better than Justin Jefferson. They want to get a little bit of discount. It's not going to be too much of discount. I don't, you know, he deserves a really good contract. He's been a really good receiver for this team that has gotten better each year. So, CD Lamb needs to get paid. That's all. Dak, man, they're going to be paying back some good money because sure, T-Law just got a $55 million annually. So, him and Todd France rubbing their hands like Birdman figuring out um, we're going to be in Dallas or we're going to be somewhere else. So Cowboys and me need to be a little more urgent when it comes to these contracts. Their top players need to get paid, and other teams are paying their players. So them prices from a couple of days ago are not the same prices they are now. So that's all I can say with that. So we're gonna get into our last topic, and that is struggling a little bit. But our next last topic is the Dallas Cowboys have got a little busy in free agency. Yes, June, second week of June, Cowboys are finally getting busy, looking at some guy, pause, looking at some players, and that is four UFL players, and that is Willie Henry Jr., linebacker for the Seattle Battlehawks, and then Noah Dawkins, who played for the Michigan Panthers, and two former first rounders, Gareon Conley and Deandre Baker, both first rounders. Gareon Conley was a first rounder from Ohio State. He got selected by the Las Vegas Raiders back in 2017. Uh, had a injured feel. His career has been a lot of injuries and stuff. He was out for about let me see about a about 3 years. There were a lot of injuries in his first years in the NFL, and he's trying to get both these guys are like on the resurgence, but that was one of his things. He had there were a lot of injuries. He's just been recovering. Had a solid season with the DC Defenders. Both of them played for DC Defenders. Let me look at Gareon Conley's cover stats. Played 7 games, 55.3 completion, allowed 275 yards, 4 TDs, got 2 picks, 5 pass deflections, 7 games. So solid numbers in 7 games. They played 10 games this year. And then the next guy, DeAndre Baker, uh, had a better season. There was some off the field issues and everything. I won't go into that. Do our research. Was drafted. Came out of Georgia. Played for the Giants. Had a solid season in his rookie season. And kind of just went like this a little bit. But he's back as he was out for a couple of years as well. Had a better had a he was more of the from the stats I'm looking at. He looked more like the boundary. He kind of had that boundary. He's 5'11", 190, so that's a little bit shorter, but good size. But allowed 52.9 completion, only allowed 135 yards allowed, only allowed one touchdown, 2 pass deflections in 10 games, and was a part of all UFL teams. So that's a good stat right there. But when it comes to corner, I know a lot of us are looking. We want Stephon Gilmore. But if I had to pick between the two, didn't get to watch a lot of film. I got to see a little bit of the DC Defenders. I'll going by the stats right now. I'll go DeAndre Baker. I'm not expecting him to be a star. That'd be more like a depth piece because you can never have too many good corners. But if he can make a resurgence and be a solid corner for the Cowboys, I'm down. But the guy I think who has the highest chance to make this team is between Willie Henry Jr. Got to see him a little bit because I'm a Browns fan and I was watching him. He's a really good linebacker for the Battle Hawks. He was a UFA out of Iowa State. Was He's been on the underside. He's 5'11", 230. Played for the Browns for 2 years. Was more of a special teamer. Only had 2 tackles for being a special teams. But for the Battlehawks, he was the leading tackler with 78 tackles. Let me make sure I get this right. And led the league in tackles for loss with 9, 4 sacks, 6 pass deflections, and 2 forced fumbles. So he was flying and going at it for the Seattle Battlehawks. I almost said St. Louis Battlehawks. And he can show when I was watching the film, he has good lateral movement, knows how to shed blockers. You can see that he's showing that veteranship on the team, and then he could be that heat-seeking missile that you're looking for. Has that good coverage ability, lateral movement. But when it comes to the NFL, I think his best chance is being that impactful player in the special teams. And that when it comes to guys, and the Cowboys have found some gems in the UFL now. It used to be the USFL. They found guys like their starting kicker, Brandon Aubrey, who's been it was pretty clutch for us this year. Cavante Turpin has been a really good gadget type of player, not a certified like our slot receiver, but he can do some things when you put him in the right position. So maybe they can find a gem this year in the NFL. Maybe they'll sign one or two of these guys. I believe they're going to sign one, maybe two. They may surprise you. I don't think they're going to sign all four, but we won't know until next week because they still have the season's not officially over until Sunday. So we won't get any news who they're going to sign or if they sign anybody. But it's it's not the signings we're looking for, but maybe we can find that diamond in the rough in the NFL and they show out and then we're like, okay, this guy's really balling out. Okay, shout out to the scout and team scout and Will McClay and all them finding the gym. Or maybe we can find this if at best they're a special teamer. You can't complain about that, but we'll see about that. It's the off season, like the dead period of the NFL. So you're basically looking for things to talk about and discuss. So, but we're gonna keep it going. Next week we'll probably change the time around. Might be 5 or 6 that we're trying to work some things. I know Shane's got a lot of things going on. I got some things going on as well. But we're gonna be back next week. Have some more to talk about. We're definitely gonna have some guests on. So talking some Cowboys football, in total, or just NFL in general. And then we got, and we got these shows going on, Hard Knocks. We got wide receivers on Netflix. So there's gonna be there's a football talk, but it's not gonna be training camp until like 6 weeks from now. But we're gonna have some great shows for y'all. I know it's a little short, but I want to drop something for y'all. But appreciate y'all for holding it, for sharing and everything. And I hope y'all have a good weekend. We'll be back.